Hey everyone, it's Errol from Home Sweet Apartment, and today I have a quick question for you guys. Who gets strep throat in the middle of May? So, long story short, I wasn't feeling so great, and I felt kind of like I had chills, and so I went and took my temperature, and sure enough, I had a fever. And I was like, wow, that's odd because I don't get fevers that often, so I went and was checked out by urgent care in our local town, just, the doctor or whatever, and they said, yep, sure enough, you have strep throat in the middle of May. And I was like, how in the heck did I get strep throat in the middle of May? So, but I am a nurse, so I don't know what I was exposed to. I don't know if like a patient's 2-year-old coughed in my face one day, which I'm sure has happened, and I just caught something. But anyways, I will show you guys how I attempted to treat it naturally. So I'm not saying that you shouldn't take antibiotics. Definitely, if you have strep throat, it is super important to take your prescribed medications all the way through, and that is what I did. But I also used some other techniques that I'll show you here in a second that really helped me out. So even though here it's beautiful weather and it's the middle of May, I am just now getting over my strep throat, and I'm going to show you guys how I attempted to treat it naturally. And this is coming from your local nurse. And so it might be beautiful here, but if you're watching this in the middle of December or February and you're stuck at home and you feel terrible, this one's for you. So we're going to start out with some pretty simple ingredients here. We're going to use apple cider vinegar. You can also use regular white distilled vinegar. Now vinegar is a great germ killer extraordinaire. So the other thing we're going to be using for this part of our recipe is honey, just regular old honey. You can use raw honey or other fancy brands if you prefer. But the combination of these guys is a great germ killer. It also coats the back of your throat. So for this particular recipe, I'm just using regular white distilled vinegar. But you can use the apple cider vinegar if you want a little bit of a different taste and kind of a different acidity. But for right now, I'm going to use the white distilled vinegar. So we're going to go ahead and pour 1/8 of a cup of our vinegar into our mug here. The next thing we're going to add is 1 full cup of hot water. Perfect. And then the next thing you're going to do is a heaping spoonful of honey. Okay, and then give it a good stir. Then what you're going to do, no, you are not going to drink this. You don't want to drink vinegar, but what you are going to do is gargle it. So you're going to go ahead and pour some in and treat it like mouthwash and just gargle and get as much down into your throat as possible. It will really help kind of loosen up any mucus or gunk or anything like that, and the vinegar and honey combination will really truly help to kind of lessen the bacteria that's there. Now I'm going to show you guys one other foolproof gargle recipe. All you're going to need for recipe number 2 is regular salt and warm water. So all you're going to do is 1 heaping spoonful of salt into 1 cup of water. So this is water right now. I obviously don't have vinegar in here anymore. This is water. So we're going to do 1 cup of water, and then we're going to go ahead and put 1 heaping spoonful of salt. Okay. And give it a good stir. Now again, this is a great salt water gargle. It really does help. When I work as a camp nurse during some summers, if I ever get a counselor or camper with a cold or a really bad sore throat, then the first line of defense we have is the salt water gargle, and it really does help to make you feel better, and it really helps to kind of coat the throat, and the salt also has really beneficial properties to healing and that kind of thing. So these are 2 really easy recipes, and now I'm going to show you one more recipe of how I help to treat strep naturally. Okay everyone, last but not least, I'm getting out of the kitchen and I'm doing a close-up. So this one is a little bit different. This isn't necessarily to just treat strep throat, it's also to help prevent the spread of strep throat. Now I don't have any definitive proof on whether or not this actually works or not. This was kind of something that I had heard about and have been using for a couple winters now. And I've had really good luck with it, so I can't say for sure that it's this magical thing, but I do recommend it, and it smells really great, so it's kind of one of those why not category type of things. So this is actually for Thieves Oil. I don't know if you guys can see that there. So Thieves Oil is actually, it's 4 different kinds of essential oils that help to prevent the spread of germs, essentially. Flu, bacteria, things like that. It helps to prevent it from spreading. So what I do is I take a couple drops of my Thieves Oil and I put it into a spray bottle with some water and a little bit of vinegar, again to help aid in the disinfectant stuff. And I go ahead and I spritz everywhere kind of that I've touched, or if I'm sick, then my phone and my remote control and things like that. And I just kind of use it liberally. Obviously be careful around electronics, but I use it to kind of disinfect things and help prevent the spread of germs and illnesses and things like that. But that's it for now, guys. So those are my 3 ways that I help to treat strep when I had it in the middle of May. Good times, good times. And that's it for now, guys. If you like, subscribe. Bye! Sorry, my guinea pig is like going crazy behind me. Delilah! Hey! Hey! Piggy! Stop!